I don't know if it's teach them to be risk takers as much as teach them reality of life right from the beginning, right? Because
But when you
when
say reality of life, that context could be different places, right?
but at its essence, the reality of life doesn't change. The reality of life is you got to eat, and therefore you should know how to
Right.
make food, and therefore you should know how to grow food, and you should have a general idea of those things. You got to wash your clothes. How do you do that? Clothing, food, shelter. These are the basics,
Basic necessities.
basic necessities of being a human. How many times does parents take time to teach their kids about what goes on in the mechanical room? How does this house get heated? When do you change the filters? Where do you get your water? How does a well work? So the reality of human life is somewhat similar from wherever you go, and those things and the curiosity around those things and the experience you get from being involved in the reality of those things is really important from an early age. And then the reality of life further extends into, we've been copy and pasting the ideal track record for our children for so many years now, which is you should go to high school and you should do relatively well, and then you should go into college or university, and then you should do relatively well, and then you need to get a corporate job and work for a large entity because that's what's secure and that's what's right, and then you should go there. But I go back to the reality of life is that we idolize the people that didn't do that at all. So as a society, we idolize risk takers and great success, but we teach our children that you should do well in school and get a corporate job. So I feel that reality of life, as I put it, is true no matter where you are in the world and what your culture and background
It's
is.
incredible the way you simplify this whole thing as the three basic necessities of life: food, shelter, and clothing. If we just explore these three aspects, that's all we need for us to survive and to be even more successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so true, how, like, even I feel guilt of my children's, upbringing. The whole focus is on school, right? And we neglect all the other aspects of life, for them to doing their own laundries, for them to make their own food and all that. Are the things that we should be focusing on teaching them what the reality of life is.
Yeah, and think about it this way: some, maybe not your children, but our children will finish high school and they'll have great grades. Now tell them, okay, make Christmas dinner for everybody.
Yeah.
They don't know where to start. So I'm sorry, you got great grades in school, but you don't know how to